Hey, what's up, Smashers? If you're here not only to improve your in-game skills, but also your out-of-game mindset, you've made it to the right channel. I'm going to bring up something that happens to a lot of us, is a huge waste of time, but no one cares to talk about. Does this situation sound familiar? You're so close to winning a match that you really wanted to win, but you mess up one thing and lose. Remember your most upsetting loss. Whenever this happens to me, I'll always be thinking, if only. You know, if only I didn't air dodge, I wouldn't have lost to Brett. If only I pummeled one more time, I could have got that first stock on anti. If only I went Rob, I wouldn't have been put on blast by Hungrybox in Brawl. Whether or not these thoughts are true, your mind leaves you haunted by them. I could talk about how these are just lame excuses, but in this case, they're a bit more than that. It's not just an excuse, it's regret. And that's the big time killer no one brings up and the topic of this video. A personal mantra of mine is no Johns. If I start making excuses, I immediately come back to this idea. But when I have regret, this no Johns mantra doesn't help too much. I still can't get the if only thinking out of my head. Some people will go on and on about it to their friends, and others might even lose sleep over thinking about if only this or if only that. You need to be able to reflect over your heartbreaking losses the same way you reflect on your not so devastating losses. And that's by fully acknowledging why you lost, what you could have done better, and then immediately moving on and stop worrying about the past. Now I know that's easier said than done when you're filled with regret. So here's what works for me. And this isn't just for regret in Smash, but for regretting anything in life, because I don't think anyone should ever be wasting time on that. As you know, I'm a really big fan of connecting ideas to all aspects, because everything in life is connected. So what helped me was an idea I learned from the book Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, in his chapter The Social Costs of Hindsight. This idea is called hindsight bias. Throughout the chapter, he talks about how hindsight gives you an overconfidence in past events, and explains that a mistake appears obvious, but it's just hindsight. You could not have known in advance. Telling myself that a past event only seems obvious in hindsight, and understanding that at the time I really couldn't have known better, lets me forgive myself and free me from the regret. There's also the idea of outcome bias, where if you lose as one character, you'll be biased to say you should have gone another, for example. I know these ideas are simple, but they turned out to be really powerful for me and the people around me. Next time you experience regret, acknowledge that you really couldn't have known and it's just a bias. I really hope that helps you, and please let me know if it did. If you want to support the channel and learn more about Smash when you can't physically play the game, please check out my book linked in the description below. You'll get a new outlook on not only the game, but all things in life. I've recently received great reviews, so I don't think it'll disappoint you. Don't forget to hit that DK thumbs up and spank that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, have a swell evening, and I'll see you next time.
Max go nuts.
I always said Falcon wasn't too bad against Puff. It's just like the speed, the way he can get under Puff, and just like he just scooped him like 8 times that last Puff. HBox DI not the best. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a bummer. You can't, that's a bummer.
That's the kind of set you don't want to lose with pizza shoes on.